everyone, I'm Katie Nobles.
And I'm Michael Leiner, disability attorney.
And you guys are watching The Bottom Line. Today's topic, how to prepare for your telephone or video hearing. So Michael, a lot of people are having to learn to adjust in many different ways in this day and age. And one of the big things that people are dealing with is how to adjust to a telephone or video hearing. Explain to us a little bit about how this is different from a normal in-person hearing.
Sure, great question, Katie. So just for background, right now, obviously we're dealing with the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. And because we can no longer have in-person hearings at the Social Security's Office of Hearing Operations, what they've done to allow the workflow to keep going forward is they've enabled us to have telephone hearings, like you asked. The question is, what's different about them? Ultimately, not that much. And I get this question a lot from concerned clients. At the end of the day, my philosophy has always been that disability cases are judged based on the medical records, and to a degree, the testimony that may be given at a hearing. But very little of a judge's decision is based on how somebody appears. But that's really the big element that's been lost because we're over the phone. There's not a video option currently that Social Security is using. We've transitioned to doing, it's only your voice that gets recorded. But as far as the process of the hearing, it's the same. We still take testimony from the claimants. Attorneys are given non-attorney representatives are given the opportunity to give opening statements, closing statements. There's experts that are available, just like when we used to make in-person appearances at the hearing office. So ultimately, not a whole lot has changed. I will say there are some cases where I still really believe it's important for somebody to have an in-person hearing. For example, if somebody may come across differently over the telephone than they do in person, and ultimately I want clients to appear at their hearing most closest to how they truly are. And the phone eases people sometimes, and I don't want my clients to be panicked when they're having their disability hearing. But at the same time, if you're applying for disability because of a panic or anxiety disorder, I want the judge to see how you would function if you had to actually interact with somebody in person as opposed to just over the phone, which is how most jobs are performed. So, there's definitely circumstances where I'm not a huge fan of the telephone hearings we're doing now, but overall, they're basically not too much different than the in-person hearings as far as the ultimate outcome. And at the end of the day, my job is to deliver the outcome for my clients, which is to win their case.
Thank you so much, Michael. And Michael's going to be here answering all of your coronavirus questions. You can visit our website, leinerlegal.com, click on the COVID tab, and submit your question.
And also feel free to reach out to us through our Facebook page or the message part of Google My Business. We're available to answer your questions on so many different platforms. And we're not just available to answer those questions. We're looking forward to answering your questions.